What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the ranch or the schoolroom, pantry, guest bedroom, whatever you want to call it. That's where we are. Thank you so much for coming in here. Really appreciate it. When you come in, make sure you hit that thumbs up, but also drop your name in here, even if you're just lurking, just at least once so that we can say hello and good evening to you. Thank you again so much for coming in here. Appreciate it. And do not be concerned. It's not just me. Don't be concerned. Monica will be here shortly. We've had, as usual, like it typically is, a very busy day. And so today was a little bit less hectic for me, at least, but it was still hectic nonetheless. So we got 6 people in here right now. I want to give everybody a shout out that's been able to make it in. Oh, and now we got the special guest for tonight.
Not even. I need you to taste this to make sure it's good. Hi, guys.
What did you do to it?
I just ran it through twice, and I just want to make sure it's good.
Oh, okay. It's good then. Thank you.
No, double check it. Please.
Did you put something in it?
No, I did not. I just want you to check it to make sure it's good. It's hot, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it's hot.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Just came out of the thing. You don't normally eat it when it's hot?
No, I don't usually eat coffee.
I'll
Thank
drink
you.
it.
All right, let's give shout outs to people that are in here. First of all, we're going to say hello to Miss Roberta over at Roberta's Artistic Adventures. Thank you so much for coming in here. Ariel over at Ariel Viking Venture and Victuals. Gagne Farms, what's up? So glad to see you in here.
Eric and Candace.
Let's see. Miss Candace been dropping some weight.
You're going to say she'd be looking good, but you didn't want to be awful about it. He didn't want to be like inappropriate because he was going to say be looking good, but he didn't want to be inappropriate. But she does look so good though.
Yeah, she's been working.
She's so singing cute, but
she's been working so hard.
Yes, you can see she's dropping weight, and she's probably like you probably feel that confidence. She exudes herself her confidence. Anyway,
wait, you can't be using words.
Exudes confidence. No, they just I love them. They're a good couple.
This is not a great look when it's just like half your head. Are you just going with glasses all the time now?
I go with glasses a lot now because it's just easier for me.
You're getting older.
I see better with my glasses and my contacts. See. No, I was getting like a sty on my eyelid. I had a sty on my eyelid, so I started wearing the glasses more because I wanted to make sure something was going with that eyelid. So I didn't want to have a sty that was like, I don't be like this all the time.
Yeah,
I don't know. My lips wouldn't do that all the time too. I'd smile, but it'd be all closed.
I didn't marry a pirate. I can say that
exactly.
So no, I mean, but although if you're looking at me and you got the one eye wink going on, I'm good with that.
Winking all the time.
It's a really loud cup of water.
I know it is a big cup of water. I did get my Sonic iced tea today.
No, I said it's loud.
It is loud. I got my Sonic iced tea today, and then I refilled it with a bunch of water. So got a lot of water in here.
At QT, I mean at Sonic, you pound it, your drink, and then you made him fill it up with water.
No, I came home and I refilled it. I've been drinking a lot of water.
I see. Let's see who else we got in here. We got 19 folks in here. Again, hit that
hey guys.
Thumbs up if you haven't yet. Let's go see who else is in here. I saw, let's see, Jen and Steve are in here.
Good times, good times. If you haven't checked out my video that I put out last week, I did a video on making homemade mayo, and you should totally try it. It was so much easier than I thought. She had a really good recipe. It was like an easy recipe. It's real awesome.
I didn't get to taste it, though.
It never works like that. No, I didn't do the duck egg one yet. I'm going to do the duck egg one. I'm excited.
Okay. Abracadabra's in here.
Who's Bear Independent? Did we miss it? I missed somebody? Bear Independent got a new channel. Wait, is that you, Abracadabra? I don't know. I'm feeling lost.
Let's see.
Gagne, Turbo. Sorry, we watched that a lot. It's all good. Thank you. My brother Eric and the lovely Monica. Hello, Scott. How are you?
Oh, let me fill that up there. We got Brant.
Oh, Rochelle's in here.
Yeah, the other night, Monica was showing me some of the videos, I guess, that you send to her late nights.
All the reels that I get. I watch them. It's just a matter of me catching up later in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I'm about to pull my hair back because it is warm in here. I'm warm just from running around outside there.
Are you warm or hot?
It was just warm. It's like tacky.
All right, let's see. We got Roberta's. We said there already.
Yep. Rochelle.
Let's see here. Cool gamer up in the
How
Heezy.
are you?
Let's see what else we got.
Oh,
here.
Jen said she married a pirate. We're at Steve, and Jen's an actual pirate.
I actually could see Jen being a pirate first.
I could definitely see Jen being a pirate.
Yeah, she looks like she'd be a pirate.
You think she looks like a pirate?
Like she could play the role.
Why is that?
Not like she's currently a pirate.
Why does she look like a pirate? What makes her look piratey?
She looks like she could just live without rules.
Okay, good answer. Good answer. I like that.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Way to save it. That's a good one.
Now I feel like I'm on the Family Feud.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Okay.
Well,
good.
I always laugh because whenever she does videos and stuff, she's always like fixing her hair, making herself look all pretty. So I was like wondering if you were trying to say that she would like fixing her hair like a pirate, like it's all like pulled back.
I could just see her. I could see her living out on a boat, just
ruleless,
lawless, getting off the boat and just going crazy, like making stuff out of sticks.
Yeah.
Like peg legs.
You think she'd be peg legging it?
I feel like she would make the peg leg.
You think she would take her leg off herself and make herself a peg leg?
4 people who need peg legs.
Oh, she'd be a peg leg maker. Is that a thing?
Yeah, back then it was for sure. Heather Lansgren is in here.
Hey, Heather. Two Dolls, Bees and Gardens. Hey, guys. We've been talking and we were wanting to try to get together with you guys. So maybe we can meet up maybe next Friday or whenever you're available. Maybe we can get together and meet halfway or meet somewhere by you guys. Have dinner.
Hey, look who it is.
Hey, Hiking with Jackie Boy. How are you? Kevin, Hiking with Jackie Boy. And he comes in through his Facebook sometimes too. It's awesome. I love it. Let's see who else is in here.
Oh, wait a minute. We didn't even say hi to them. And they're dropping
Lazy
links.
Days Ahead. I love them. That's Jessie. And Miss Lisa will probably show up at some point with her Jessie's Girl. I love it. Jessie's Girl. But I don't want to say too much. Yeah, Ganya says hot. He's trying to talk about his wife, though, I think. She be looking hot. That's what he's trying to say. Or else he's saying that it's hot outside, but I think he's talking about his woman.
No, I think he's saying what I was saying about you. Now he's not saying about. I said that about you.
No, he's saying about his wife.
Well, that's fine, but I said that about. All right, you don't even listen to what I say half the time.
Okay, let's see who else.
Let's see. You ladies are trying to get me in trouble. Mm-hmm.
Who? Not me. Not me. Let's see who else is in here.
Rules we don't need. No stinking rules. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, oh no, Jen says, no, we have to have rules. She likes rules.
Okay.
She's not a rule breaker.
Here's the rules. Go out and make a peg leg for the Pirate King or whatever.
Oh, okay, good. So yeah, he went to the good old state of Cali.
Who did?
John from Two Doves, Bees and Gardens. He had to go to Cali. He had to go out west. So he just got back because he was there oh my gosh, you've been there for over a week? Because I think you were there last Tuesday you were leaving when we were doing our live for the podcast thing. Yeah. Half the time she doesn't listen to Eric at all. Yes, that's exactly right. Half the time I don't listen. I do try to listen for the first half. It's just hard to keep up sometimes. I'm sorry.
Wow, really?
I do try to listen. I have to listen to a lot of people all day.
Huh.
It's nice. I just try really hard.
You poor thing.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I try to listen to you. Ariel said, I make the rules. She said, just kidding. Eric, take off your slipper. What slipper? Are you a princess like Cinderella? You have a glass slipper and you're dainty?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. Yeah, see, John was there for 9 days.
Wait, what is he trying to say?
Oh, take off your slipper so she can hit you with it.
Okay.
What do you guys have new on the homestead lately? Well, thank you so much for that intro to discussions. What do we have new on the homestead lately?
I don't know. I was thinking about something else.
What were you thinking about? Food? What everybody had for dinner?
Dude.
I'll tell you. Ready?
Let me tell you. Okay.
Let me tell you what we have new on the homestead. My birthday was Monday. Hey, Miss Denise. How are you? Yeah, I missed it to throw that slipper thing. Okay. So my birthday was on Monday. And my wonderful, amazing people, Eric, got me an Xbox and a big stinking TV to go in my room so that I can play games. Now, okay, here's the thing, guys. I'm not a gamer like that, okay? But
no,
my daughter-in-law, I wasn't a gamer. Hey, how are you? Wrote Cowgirl Gwen. So ready? When I was younger, I used to play, thank you. I used to play The Sims. I used to play Sim City. I'd play Sim Tower. I played The Sims when I was younger. And this was before I got married. Yes, exactly, Jen. Total nerd. I mean, I geeked out on the computer so hard. And I always, there you go. Lisa said, never far away from the mod father. Just got some potatoes in the canner. Oh, that's my next thing to do. I just haven't done it yet.
Stay focused.
Casey keeps telling me to do it. It's super easy. Anyway, back to Sims. I played it all the time when I was younger. I love computer games. I used to play them all the time. I'm a geek. It's fine. Anyway, my daughter-in-law, Emma, was like, oh, yeah, I was playing Sims. This was like, I don't know.
Can I ask a question? What? Why are you like reaching across me and like
leaning
into the table?
Okay, ready? So I was playing because if I do like this, then I look like a zombie with my eyes. Anyway, ready? So my daughter-in-law tells a few months ago, she's like, I was playing Sims, blah, blah, blah. I was like, Sims? Oh, that sounds fun. She's like, yeah, it's on my Xbox. Caleb got it for me. What? I was like really excited. So I went and looked and I was like, I want to get it. So I got the game, started playing it. And I just would play every now and then, like at the end of the afternoon, like we get all our chores done and we got the schoolwork done in the summer. It's only been in the summer. And I started playing it. It like, I'd put it on like 2:30, 3 o'clock and then play until I saw Eric leave work. And then I'm like, Eric's leaving work. Dad's leaving work, guys. Get back on any other last minute chores. So we would always like stop what we're doing and just kind of play. I mean, clean up and finish tidying up. So when he got home, it wasn't crazy. So anyway, I don't play zombie games and I don't play Legend of Zelda. I can't do it. I am one of those people that like when I go to like, if I do a player game.
Return to Zork? Is that a real thing?
It probably is. I like go like this and then I'm like, and I look up. I have trouble with controllers. Anyway, zombie games scare me. Eric played zombie game before. Was it the zombies that you were playing? The one to shoot them up? Like years and years ago.
Okay, you sound like you're 900. Can we just move on?
Years ago, you played a zombie game. That was scary. SimCity original with a Godzilla. Yes, that's what I did. So anyway, he got me.
SimCity with Godzilla?
Yeah, you'd have Godzilla or tornadoes, and they'd come through and they'd wreck your sim. They'd wreck your SimCity.
Miss Betty Jean, how are you?
Hey there. Are you out of the hospital, Betty Jean? I hope you are. I hope you haven't been wanting to stay in the hospital again. I know you were having some trouble last week, too. We've been praying for you. Okay, so anyway, see, you want to play video games with me? I'm telling you, Doom, no way. I would totally die. I can't do those games. I'm not good at them, right? All those like first player, what is it called? First player games? Was it a first player game? Where you're holding a control like this and you're walking like you're...
First person shooter?
First person games. I don't want to say shooters, but anyway, yes, no good at them. Like we would play the 007 games, not for me.
Is she saying Doom the game or is she like...
Doom.
Boom.
Or maybe Doom like I'm doomed because I would lose.
I bet she would like that pirate game that everybody plays.
Oh, what's it called? Sea of Thieves. The kids play Sea of Thieves. Oh, since we said it on our live, now I can hashtag it. And all the gamers will come here.
Cool Gamer's already here.
Cool Gamer isn't here. Yes, this is the type of house he's running. Anyway, he got me a Xbox because I kept having to kick the kids off the Xbox at night. And whenever they would play games or something, oh, Miss Betty Jean, you have to have surgery. But are you home out of the hospital yet? Or are you still there? That's what I was looking for to see if you're out. I like the first person games, Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, Tom Clancy games, love Splinter Cell and Hitman. What? See, she is my people. I mean, I like watching them. I'm not good at playing them. I don't mind watching them. I like watching. See, Mario Brothers, totally good game. Love 007, like the original 007.
That one was fun.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Super Nintendo?
Yes, so fun.
Hashtag it.
Yes, hashtag Sea of Thieves right there. She just did it. Y'all, Atari Tennis. That's what's back in the day. 2 white bars and a white dot that bounce back and forth on the screen. Is that like the Pong one or whatever?
Yeah.
So my dad had one of those really old gaming systems. Like what is it? Not the Atari, was it? Was the Atari? Was that the oldest one? I guess it was.
Yeah, I think that's the first one.
So cool. Anyway, I've been playing. Yes, come on over, Jen. Come on over. Let's do it. My kids love Sea of Thieves.
You don't have to come on over, Monica. Again, you don't
she
actually
just said she's going to come over. We can play next to each other. I think
she means virtual. Okay.
Do you mean virtually?
You get on a headset,
you should drive here.
And then you can talk to her while you're riding around doing exactly what I said she would do, which is shoot the skeletons.
Oh, okay.
Steal the gold or whatever it is, put it on the ship, and then off you go, and you can be on the same team.
I don't know if I could do that. I'm bad at that stuff. But my kids are good at it. Yes. I can watch and cheer you on.
You can go with them. You can go with them.
Anyway, ready? So I've been playing Sims for the past 4 days, and I've been super geeking out.
She doesn't have to come over. I don't understand this.
She just said I'm coming. You just have left it on there. I play Destiny. What's Destiny? Oh, you're still in the hospital. Oh, I hate that for you. Yeah.
Well, hopefully our nonsensical conversations can lighten the mood a little bit.
Yes, about games, video games. Oh, Rochelle said she played all of them on the original Xbox, though. Yeah. I don't know what Destiny is. My dad plays a lot of computer games. Oh, Jen says PS2. I play the Wii. You play the Wii, Heather? Oh, I love the Wii.
Oh,
that was my favorite.
That's too bad she's on PlayStation.
The PlayStation is that like having an Android?
It's like the minor league, yeah.
That's like Android. So if you're like you play Xbox or like Nintendo, and then like PlayStation is like third wheel or something. Asteroids, yes. Yeah. Centipede. Mm-hmm. Well, I will say that I love all the bowling. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite Wii game. The bowling. And then the snowball fight one. Have you ever done the snowball fight where you're like doing like this and you're throwing the snowballs? So fun. Needless to say, yes, we're gaming out. Oh dear, Atari is the old game. OMG. That's my system. That's so funny. No, that's the old system my dad had, but I played on it. I loved it.
Hey, I think someone's at the door.
And television. Why? Why are you saying that? Oh my gosh, it took me long enough. Stupid.
You're fast. That's what I like about you. You are very intelligent and witty.
Yes. I still have in the attic. PS2, hee hee. The only thing we use is the what is that? Wii. Me and the kid have fun. What? Oh, I think she meant original Wii. I think that was supposed to say original. Wii. I think it's original.
I thought she was like pulling like another language out.
She was definitely doing that. She loves the Lego games like Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones. Yes. Original Atari in the box from the late 70s. Oh my gosh, Lisa, that's awesome. That sister and I played that all the time. I have nothing now. It's back in the day. She had none of it. See, you need to just get it again and introduce your children to the fun. Not the addiction, but the fun of video games. We don't need to be addicted. Yeah, so we just need fun.
Amen, sister. Amen.
Okay, so I just got it, and I've literally like been gaming for the past like 4 days. Today I was like, I have to break it. I have to break the cycle. I have to stop now. I have nothing now. Yeah, that's so funny. Destiny is made by the same guys that made Halo. Oh, okay.
So yeah, so Monica's, as the kids term is, Monica's grinding out. And that's what that means, is she is on nonstop.
I'm not on nonstop.
No, hold on.
I'm still getting my.
No, let's get this out.
Some of my chores done.
Yeah, exactly.
I washed 2 whole loads of towels yesterday.
It's an automatic washer.
And today
right?
I washed them again, and I dried them, and I put them away. You don't understand. A complete wash, dry, and folded and put away. That's pretty a good accomplishment.
Is it?
Yes. And I made sure the kids were done with their chores, and I made sure they had school stuff done. Boom.
What's funny is yesterday, Monica overheard the kids say, "Hey, do you want to do something?" And then I went to go check to see what
he
Monica
said yes.
Monica was doing first. Mm-hmm. I go in my bedroom. She's already posted up in the bed, up underneath the covers, staring at her TV. She was already making a meal with her Sims or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, they were cooking dinner. They're a scientist, so they have to like go to work and stuff. So she got home from work. She needed to make a meal. We hooked up the Nintendo 64 and played Banjo-Kazooie. Okay. We got married at 18 and 19 years old. And for our wedding, we got a Nintendo 64 back in 1997. And let me just tell you, it was like one of the best gifts ever. It was so great. Oh, yeah. Was it Jesse said he had 2 Wii systems? It was the Wii. They called it the Wii. That's what he said. We had 2 Wiis. It was our Wii. Oh my gosh.
Just Dance games are pretty fun.
Boxing is pretty good too. Mountain Dew all night, baby. Yes. Brandon Goddard said it's dark in here. That's why Hey, how are you, Carla?
What's going on?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. John said I quit playing when Jumanji came to Atari. Oui. Family game night. My daughter, I'll toss into the Just Dance game now. Just Dance games now. I suck. Hee. Yeah, no, that is hard. Oh, there's Kevin. There you go. Jackie Boy says wolf. Hey, Jackie Boy. We started playing the Just Dance games, and my son Luke and my daughter Abigail will play the games, right? And now Abigail took dance for 10 years. She had 10 years of dance. I mean, like competition dance. Like we paid good money for dance classes. Luke, who's just a kid that, athletic,
He's
baseball.
Athletic, yeah.
He's athletic, yeah, for sure. Baseball. He's fast runner. All that, right? Joker.
Why does he have to be a fast runner?
Because he's got runner legs. Like, anyway, he's athletic.
Okay.
Anyway, he gets on the dance games with Abigail.
Yeah.
He can take her out with the points. And it's
pretty
so
ridiculous.
Funny because I'm like, pretty sure I paid a lot of money for you to go to dance, baby girl. Why are you letting your brother beat you? And she's not letting him beat her.
No, she's
genuinely losing. Abigail, if you're in here, just earmuffs.
So was that last week I went to the concert thing? Yeah, last week we went, and that was actually brought up in our conversation home. Who's better at the Just Dance game?
The Just Dance games?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Miss Betty Jean said, those games are new to me. I'm 67, wouldn't even know how to play them. Some of those games are really, like, it keeps you athletic, keeps you healthy.
I think there's a hand-eye coordination piece for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
That is so funny though. I have to say, I like the family game nights. I like playing the the bowling and all that. I love the Wii. Now we have the Switch, which our kids play, and we have a few of those games that are more interactive, and I love doing like the dance game, but there's a couple other games that I think you can do, like the sports. They have the like Nintendo Sports. It's kind of like trying to imitate the old Wii one, but it's not as good. Not as good as the original. But they do have the bowling, and that was a little bit of fun.
But they also have these games where you're able to stream them, I guess, through the Xbox, where everybody has to log in through their phone and play.
Oh, like the
Jackbox.
The Jackbox games. That's fun. Those are good. Yeah.
So
we play that as a family on Saturday night sometimes.
So somebody like Betty Jean, she's laid up in the hospital. Take that bad boy to the hospital. Yep. Everybody that's got a smartphone, which everybody has a smartphone nowadays. Of the time, they can just get right in there and have a grand old time.
Gwen said hand-eye coordination. I'm good at getting the fork to my mouth. Haha. Yeah, well, I will say those Jackbox games are really good for that. I have to Just Dance is rigged. That maybe Abigail told you to say that, huh? Is that what it is? You've been talking to Abigail.
Sending messages.
Hey Sharon, how are you? But I will say I love those Jackbox games because they are you don't know Jack. So I think that's how Jackbox is kind of set up. It's kind of like the You Don't Know Jack games. Wait,
what is You Don't Know Jack?
That was the one with the DVD that your mom used to put in. The You Don't Know Jack, and you push the button or whatever. So the Jackbox games are great because you can do all the answers on your phone. It is so much fun to have it going through because you just need an Xbox console, put it through the TV, all the questions and all the things are on the TV, and everybody has their own. And some of them are like 12-player games. Some of them are like 8. It's really fun. We have a good time doing them together.
And it's all timed through the computer. So you know how people like drag their feet and won't.
Or how they hold the timer and then they turn it and then,
Yeah. You always got that guy.
There's no messing with the timer on this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Nope. So there's no cheating.
Yeah.
Although our middle kids do use the voice texting, I think that might be cheating a little bit.
Well, I mean, look, some people aren't as fast at typing as others, so I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. Well, they don't type everything as fast, so they walk away and they're like, the answer is going to the movies right now. And they go back and fix it. Like, well, you're still on a timer, so. I had an Atari and played some games on floppy disk. I have a P2, but only played hunting and fishing games, but that's been like years ago. Oh, that's another game the kids love to play. My boys love to play The Hunter Call the Wild. Oh my goodness. Jonathan has a bank account. He's 15. He has a bank account. He has his debit card hooked up to his Microsoft account for Xbox. And I get alerts anytime he buys anything. Well, needless to say, I saw him making purchases and I'm like, what is he buying now? And I clicked on the Microsoft purchases. And I'm thinking he's buying stuff for Fortnite. I do not want him spending money on that mess. No, he's buying skins for his Hunter Call the Wild game. It's like $1.36, $2.25. I'm like, what is he doing? He's like gearing up for hunting games. I'm like, okay, part of this is kind of like, stop spending your money on that. But the rest of me is kind of like, well, it's not like he's spending on anything else. So it's not too bad. You wrong for that because I do know Jack. I use voice type a lot. Me too. Today I was trying to text something to Abigail and it was bad. It was just so bad. I was voice texting her and it kept refreshing and I'm like, no! And I'm like screaming into the phone. Jacob was laughing at me. Yeah. You didn't have any of those things. Yeah. No. Way back in high school, I had to type a program for the tennis Atari game on a Radio Shack computer.
What?
I recorded what I typed on a cassette tape player. I still don't know how that worked. What?
Wow.
That's pretty cool. It was pages and pages of gibberish.
Dude, I remember when I was in high school and I had the computer class, because at that point in time they were making people take computer classes, and it was Miss Pack.
Mm-hmm.
And
awesome lady.
Yeah, very nice teacher. And it was DOS. They were teaching you how to use DOS.
Yeah, makes sense.
I never understood it.
What? It's easy. My voice to text is drunk, she said. I was a computer aide in 2 school districts in Southern California. We had fun games. Oregon Trail, boom, back on those huge 5 1/4-inch discs on those old Apple computers. Yeah, the LLE. Yeah, I had my first computer. I think we had one in our house when I was like 6. And I always played Dig Dug. Dad had Dig Dug game on there. And that was like the game I used to always play. And I used to beg him to sit and play Dig Dug when I was like 8 or 9. I just remember being excited to play with that.
My first computer was a Commodore 64.
Wow.
And the game that was on there, I don't know if it was like it came loaded on. I don't know how that really worked back then. But it was a game called Dam. And it was like a water dam.
Okay.
And you had this like supposed airplane.
Yeah.
And you'd have to drop the bomb, and you were trying to create the diagonal cut into the water and that's how you won. Was once it sprung a leak, then you won.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, Jen said that's cute. River wants to spend his money on a tumbler to put his YouTube channel sticker collection on. Hey, I get it. Wants to put all his stickers all around it. Nurses in the room again. Sorry, they always do that. Well, they probably should take care of you.
Yeah.
And tell them to like and subscribe while they're here.
Tell them we said hey.
Yeah, tell them we said hello. We'd love for them to join us and see what you're doing in your spare time while you're waiting for them to come tend to you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. MS-DOS. Hee. Wait, my brother had Leisure Suit Larry. Carla, I had all of the Leisure Suit Larrys. And let me tell you, and police, it was the police game too. What was it called? Anyway, apparently Leisure Suit Larry is probably not the game for a young teenager to play, because like the goal of it was to like go around and meet all these women and stuff. And I was like the Leisure Suit Larry guy. Not a good game for people to play. It's like,
wait, what kind of game was
this?
My
parents let me play. It was just probably more of like a adult game. I mean, it wasn't like that, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Monica?
Interesting.
Bland.
Yeah, Apple IIe nerds unite. Yeah. No,
look, she's even got the emoji
disc.
for
the floppy disk. Yeah.
That looks like the 3 1/4 right there.
Never voiced the text. She said, yeah, Bertha Gardner said, darn nurses trying to take care of you, Betty Jean. Yeah.
How dare they?
Carmen Sandiego, absolutely amazing. I was so addicted to that game as a young kid.
So you do have an addiction problem with games.
The Tandy 1400 laptop. I love it.
What?
Yeah, I've played computer games for a long time. I had so many. That was what I asked for Christmas and my birthday. Whenever I had a chance to do any kind of anything at all, I didn't play the game system like my brother. I didn't do the Nintendo as much. I played computer games. So my brother was playing Nintendo with his friends. I was playing computer games. I loved it. It was my thing. Nerd. Yeah, I was a nerd.
So I just want to say right here, Broke Cowgirl probably doesn't use voice to text because it doesn't understand her.
Because she's Texan. Sorry.
And that's no offense to anybody.
Totally offensive. He's trying to offend you.
No, but I've known a lot of people from the country cannot use voice
from
to
the
text.
Country? The country of the United States of America? These people from America.
Okay, but it doesn't pick up on the country accent.
It doesn't pick up on the Texan. Probably not the Oklahoman or the Arkansasan or the Louisianan and the Alabaman and the Mississippi and the Georgian.
So pretty much everybody in the South.
The Southern people. Maybe they need Southern Siri.
I wonder if they have that. Can you look that up?
I don't think so. I don't think they have
nowadays they have like
Jesse, do they have Southern Siri? Do you know? Oh, Jen was addicted to Tony Hawk Pro Skate.
What?
Insight right there. Getting some insight into her past.
You need to get her an Xbox or something.
In 1979, I worked for a bank, and every night we had to remove the hard drives and the drive them down so that corporate could get the daily data. Oh, that's awesome. That's kind of cool.
Was that back in the day when a computer was like the size of a room?
It was a big one. What? Thor Haven's here. What's up? How are you?
I have a feeling he would have some good input on this.
Yeah. What kind of computer games or digital games? What kind of gaming systems did you have? Tandy was Radio Shack.
What's Tandy? I don't know.
Tandy is it's a name of it's the make of a computer. The Tandy.
Oh.
It was a computer.
I wish there was a way that you could connect what you're looking up over here. So we.
I know. See, there's the Tandy right there. That's probably actually what we had.
Isn't that what we had in high school?
Yeah, it was the first IBM PC clones to incorporate a complete set of basic peripherals in the motherboard using proprietary ASICs. It might have been. We might have had a Tandy. That might have been what we had. The Tandy 1000. It looked very that looks very similar to what I had at my house. I just don't remember what it was exactly.
Yeah,
I never really asked my dad.
Right here. That's what I'm talking about.
Can I be Scottish and use voice activation?
See?
I love it.
Southern Siri Jim Bob.
Oh my gosh. What does it say? Oh wait, what is it? Oh, Jen said. Oh no.
They don't have
Scott
a Southern
said,
Siri.
Dislike Okies, now Texans. Oh dear. We don't dislike anyone.
No.
We love them.
Yeah.
And I think their accents are amazing.
It was funny
it's
because
actually pretty cute.
This guy that I used to work with was from Lubbock, which is
Jen's gonna try her Scottish accent.
Which is the west side of Texas. And one day he came to me and he was like, "Hey, how do you do the voice text thing?" And I was like, "You just hit this button." He's like, "No, like, how does it understand what you're saying?" I said, what do you mean?" And he's like, "I try to use a voice text, and every time I try to say something, it doesn't understand me and wants me to repeat myself saying it. I didn't catch that." And I was like, "You just have to speak clearly, I guess." I don't know. It's probably your accent. And his accent is a little bit different. It's different out of West Texas. But anyway.
Thorhaven said, yeah, computer games. Yeah, I rocked a Tandy and Atari for a long time and then skipped it to start playing World of Tanks. Okay, wait a second. So I was thinking maybe I should get a new hat. Hey, LG, how are you? Oh, you know what I have, by the way?
What are these? I don't know any of these.
I love the games. Dr. Quandary, Treehouse, and Only Draw. I think it's Only Draw Story, maybe. Let's say Quandary. I remember Quandary, I think.
Anybody else remember CC Mail? I don't know what that means either. I mean, I know you can CC people on an email.
The Secret Island of Dr. Quandary, maybe? It's a puzzle game. That's probably it.
This is like one of those ones where you put it on the actual computer.
CC Mail. Let's say CC Mail. It was just about Microsoft. It was a Microsoft thing.
Well, LG is up crazy. In here. What's going on, LG?
I just said hi. She just said she's going to get a new hat.
Oh.
Because I said, you know what I have? I have grapes. I bought grapes.
Did you bring them in here?
I didn't bring them in here. Because I was going to wait and see if Lori got in here. And if she came in, I was going to do grapes and ranch.
Seriously?
Yes, we have to try it.
We don't have to. You can keep.
We have to.
Keep pretending like you haven't bought them yet.
She's going to stop coming in here to see us. She's going to be like, only comes done,
to watch me
done.
Ranch
I'm done
on grapes.
I'm done with these people.
Why are you getting violent with your hand gestures?
It'll give me steps. If I keep moving my hand around.
No, it'll give me steps. It's not the beginning of the pedometer. It's not how it works.
It does. It gives me steps.
No, it doesn't.
It does. If I stir something, it tells me I'm running.
It's because your heart rate's jumping up. It's concern for you. Let's see what else. Miss Andale is up in here. How you doing, Miss Andale? So glad to have you.
Oh, she played all the games. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Good one.
Oh, our friend Jim. Good grief.
Yes.
Anything flight simulator.
Airplanes. Yeah, love it. Now, Gillen Farm says different. They know we love them.
Now
we love them.
Let me tell you.
Where is she? Where is Christine? She'll come in here eventually, and I'll tell her. I think they're amazing people. So. It's not her fault. She's from Oklahoma. Anyway, go ahead.
I think they moved there, so technically it is their fault. If you're born and raised there, that's
she's
that's
a
not your fault.
raised there person.
Okay.
She's a raised there person. Miss Andale's in here. Get out of town.
I said that like 5 minutes ago.
I didn't see her. She said rancher grapes are good. I had to try it. She tried it?
Who did?
Miss Andale did.
Did she?
Gotta try if you don't judge by hacking a Fitbit. Wait. Don't judge by one grape. And then Jen said she's hacking the Fitbit. My Apple Watch is not as smart as me. It's a smartphone, but not a smart watch. Earlier was about a little girl who looked different, and looking different was cherished. So you draw pictures of people who look different instead of perfect. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like it.
So can I tell you about my story for
grapes and ranch are going to give me heartburn? I don't want heartburn, Scott. Go ahead. Tell me about your story.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Well, now I have 2 stories I want to tell. The first story is about the simulator, but then I want to tell the story about you eating your crab soup on your birthday. So,
wait, did you see what he said? She said, "Okay, we won't let you forget to turn the water off on your okra." Well, we might. I could. I might be able. I might forget. We'll try to remember her. We'll try to remind you.
Load Runner or Blade Runner?
Load Runner. That's what happened to me after I had all that crab soup on Monday.
Whoa.
I was running. Yeah, I like roast my salad with vinaigrette and a chicken salad. Yeah. See, look right there. She didn't listen to you, Eric. Hey, Andale. She didn't listen to you. Wait, are we? Yeah, I think, I don't know no, we're Gen X. I was born in 78. He was born in 77. So we're Gen X. We're at the
I think we're the same
edge
age
of Gen X.
Aren't we the same age?
Yep. Right now, we are the same age.
Not you with
Darren.
Darren, yeah.
I think you're making Darren older than he is. I don't think he's our age.
Put the watch on. Who's Toby?
I don't know. I don't have a Toby.
Is she on the wrong live? Like she thought she was talking to somebody else the whole time?
Maybe I could put it on another animal. Do you think I have an animal named Toby? I have Honey. I have Joy. I have Titus. I could put the watch on Titus. That joker will be getting some steps in. See, Brampton Gardner's 78 too. Carla's Toby. Oh, there you go. I can put it on Carla's Toby.
Oh, I see.
I like grapes, and the only thing I like them in is fruit salad. I was born in 1978. August 7th. Monday this week was my birthday. So I just turned 45. Gen X. See, yeah, I'm a Gen X.
Okay.
So we're late Gen X. Go ahead. Tell your story.
Which one you want first?
Carla from Carla. What's her channel name?
From Rogue?
Rogue. No. What is it? Come on. I can't
I'm
say.
not telling you now.
I know what it is. Hold on, I have to go look.
No.
Because I keep wanting to say something else. Living a Rogue Life. Boom. There it is. That's Carla. I graduated in 78. I'll be 63 next month. That's who Carla is. Oh, he was born in 73. He's older than us. I didn't think you were older than us.
He looks older.
He does not look older. I'm pretty sure I thought he looked younger.
No, I did. I thought
she was born in 74.
I thought he was the same
I didn't think
age.
you were born in 74 either. Living a Rogue. Like, that's her. I knew it was her. Thank you very much. Gen X FTW. I don't know what that means. For the win. Boom. For the win. Boom. Yes.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was good. You're definitely the smart one.
I know.
All right.
Okay, tell your stories.
Yeah, cocky.
Thank you, Andale. Tell your story.
Which one am I telling first?
I don't know. What was the one you were going to tell?
We were talking about video games, so I was going to tell a story about the flight simulator.
Okay, you should do that because I should go get grapes and ranch while you're doing that.
So
I got time.
Okay, if you want.
Okay, you tell your story.
It's just a quick story.
Tell your story about that. I'm going to go get grapes and ranch for you so we can try it before Lori has to go to bed by. She'll go to sleepy sleep.
She goes night-night early.
She goes night-night early.
Okay, so talking about video games. S. Gentry is in here. How you doing? So glad you've made it in here. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're talking about video games and all that stuff. So for those who don't know, what I do for work is I manage commercial real estate. And at one point in time, I had a vendor, or a tenant that I won't use their name, but they built simulators for the government. And the simulators were super awesome because they had like 2 levels of monitors, and then you basically had different controls based upon what aircraft you were trying to simulate. And they also did like deuce and a halves and stuff like that. But anyway, you basically just plugged in whatever device to create the interior, what it was supposed to look like. And everything was button controlled. And so while I was there, one of the managers asked me if I wanted to try the simulator and see what it felt like. And I was like, well, yeah, sure. So I got in, and man, it felt so real. And I asked him, I was like, "What can I do barrel rolls?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, just hit that thruster and then pull the joystick one way or the other, and it'll just start rolling." And man, my head started getting woozy because of how realistic it was. And so after I got out of the cockpit, I asked the guy, if this really is a good device to practice on, opposed to actually flying a helicopter or airplane or whatever. And he said, yeah, it's however many thousands of dollars just to take off. So to save that cost and then put it towards a simulator, and it pretty much does the same thing. And so he was telling me a story that when he was trying to sell the product to another vendor at one point in time, they had walked the facility. They offered him some coffee, things like that. And the one person got into the cockpit, and this was a stationary device. This is not the one that's up on the stilts and moves. Anyway, they were on the stationary device, and the one person was in the cockpit, and then 3 or 4 of the other coworkers or whatever were standing behind just watching as this person tested out the simulator. And as this person was doing barrel rolls and flips and all that sort of stuff, when they were doing that, the people with the coffee actually spilled their coffee because they were watching the monitors and they were going against it. So if it was leaning one way, they were trying to tilt their body the other way, but the floor was never moving. But that's how real it was, that their brain couldn't comprehend that they were still stationary on the ground. So anyway, that was super awesome. So that is my story all about the simulator. Let's see what else we got in here. Got some other games that people were playing. Let's see. I'm going to scoot down a little bit here. Let's see, everybody kind of talking about their ages, and we were kind of talking about games and whatnot. So as some of you do or don't know, Monica's birthday was Monday. So every year, Monica really never asks for anything for her birthday, except for one thing. And this still really isn't necessarily an ask as much as in the beginning, it's too expensive. I don't think I can do that. So being from Maryland, Monica and we like our crabs, but Monica specifically really likes crab soup.
I love crab soup.
And so
it makes me feel like I'm eating fresh steamed crabs somehow, even though it's kind of like leftovers. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So every year she spends the money on the back fin crab meat,
and the claws. I do one of each. Go ahead.
It's a loud grape.
Still high taste right.
Okay. Anyway, so Monica makes this big pot. I don't even want to call it a pot. I'm going to call it a vat.
No, it's not a vat.
It was like, what are them things called that the witches use, where it's the big pot and they get the big wooden spoon out there to stir?
Are you saying I'm a witch?
You know better than that, girl.
I'm a crab witch.
Nah.
A seafood witch.
Anyway, no judgment here with Tish Ross.
What is this? Monica wants to play with a joystick too. I have no idea what this is about.
Okay. Anyway, I had to skip down a lot because I couldn't do that and tell my story at the same time.
Okay.
Anyway, so we make the crab soup. Well, Monica has this thing normally that she doesn't eat after 7:00.
Yeah, I'm eating right now.
So anyway, it was her birthday.
It's just like 3 grapes I'm eating.
And you know how it is on your birthday. You're like, why not? Let me get some extra cake. Let me get a little bit of ice cream.
It is a cauldron.
But
big cauldron.
There you go. But Monica's preference would be crab soup. So for whatever reason, I didn't eat that much that day. We had dinner. Still didn't really eat that much. I was hungry by like 9:00. And I'm like, you know what? Crab soup, it's just a lot of vegetables. It's a lot of
broth.
Did we lock up?
No, it just stopped over here.
Oh. A lot of broth and just a lot of deliciousness is what it is.
It's very delicious.
So at 9:00,
because I make it super special.
Because Monica's addiction, I was like, hey, maybe we can swap the game playing
9:00
out for
Monday night
for the crab soup. And she's like, yeah, why not? So she gets some crab soup.
It's not even 9:00 at this point. It's 10:00. 10:00.
It took that long to put the games down.
No. 10:00. We decided to get crab soup. I laid up in my bed with like my big bowl of crab soup at like 10:15 at night. And I'm like shoveling it in like I haven't had 2 bowls already at 6 o'clock. It was bad. It was bad.
Okay. So anyway, so she got her bowls of soup, pounded it.
Mm-hmm.
And then as she's laying down.
By the way, this is ranch, just so you say. It's ranch dressing. It's just from the Culver's that we get it from, because apparently my actual ranch dressing, like Hidden Valley, is gone because the girls ate it. So there's my ranch.
Anyway, so Monica had eaten so much.
I think you need to try better ranch.
Crab soup.
Not good ranch.
That, you know how like when you have too much in your belly and you can hear it sloshing around?
It was so bad.
So it went from being a delicious soup to Monica laying in bed like moaning because every time she moved, it was sloshing around. And then she's like, I can't throw this up. If I throw it up, it'll ruin it forever. So
I have to dip my finger in the ranch. Okay. So, hey, Ryan.
Why are you eating with a mouthful?
I don't like ranch and grapes, but I think it could be the ranch. It's not good ranch. Nope. We can't have it. It has egg in it.
Well, duh. All ranch does.
No, not if I make it homemade.
So I get out of it again?
Well, I couldn't find the one that I wanted.
What?
Trunk and missing so much of the chat. I love y'all. Oh my gosh, we love you, Darren.
Well, he's doing pretty good because he hasn't had any spelling errors. And
that's better than Rochelle and Brenda Gardner.
Brenda Gardner's, she's having a hard time with
beer and cheese soup, all local crop brewers in Oregon. Eric,
it's right there.
But I was reading from there. Would make them so good with sourdough bread. Oh heck yeah! I don't know. I've never had it, but I'm gonna tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
I ate so much soup on Monday that, like an idiot, on Tuesday afternoon, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have me some soup. And I ate one big old bowl and I was like, what was the problem? What did I do that for? I need to take a break. So I didn't have any soup yesterday or today.
What did you do for a break?
Actually, I did have some
play
soup
video
yesterday.
Games?
No, I was eating. I did play video games yesterday while I was eating lunch. But I didn't today, just so y'all know.
You haven't played any
video
video
games? Chicken. Yeah, I did for a few minutes. I played for 30 minutes. I don't lick the ketchup bottle.
Hey, just so you know, the Xbox does
log
your time.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna try another one, but I think the ranch is just not good.
So Roberta harvested her first grapes
better
from her grapevine today. That's awesome. Speaking of that, this year
Monica hasn't said hi to Mom. Wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
To
hi to Mom. Hi, Mom. Who? Hey, S. Gentry, how are you? I just saw her. Wait, did you see?
Yeah, I saw her.
Gentry?
I saw her.
I didn't see her.
I think you were out.
Yeah, why are you getting all like that, Lori? But I will try it again for you. Even though it wasn't good the first couple times, it's actually tasting a little bit better. Maybe my taste buds are just
shocked
from all the soup earlier this week. Okay, it's actually not bad.
Wait, it's getting better?
I feel like it does taste a little bit better, but I think my ranch is just not as like delectable as regular ranch would be. Like I like homemade ranch. I just have time to make it today because I didn't know I was going to get these grapes. Costco hasn't had good grapes lately. And when I went there today, I saw the candy grapes. These are the candy grapes. These are so good. So good. This is probably the only reason why the ranch tastes decent right now.
She didn't even want you to eat that. That's not what she tuned in for. She was tuning in for me to eat it.
I know.
Here, just give it to me.
Okay, well, if you die.
If I die.
There you go.
Chick Chock rum from Quebec. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Well, look, and this is what I'm talking about.
It.
For him to be drunk and still have great grammar, this guy's got it going on.
Go ahead. Taste buds change when you grab the hair. Oh my gosh. What did Brandon Gardner say?
Why?
I thought I heard Lurth. Again, I think it's just the ranch isn't very good. So if you die from that ranch.
Why would you want? I mean, the grapes are delicious.
The grapes, love it. Thank you, Tish. You're so awesome. Try that. The grape itself is amazing. The candy grapes. Candy grapes are awesome. You had 2,000 subs yesterday. Yay! Woohoo! Good job, Ryan. Next one.
Oh.
I agree, Ian.
Congratulations.
You had to have a regular grape chase down the ranch grape.
We have a visitor for tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have 10 minutes. So
are we on mute?
We
I thought you hit the thing. It looked like you hit mute.
No, it's on. I can see it.
Oh, I can see it.
I got this.
Okay.
I want to control this.
Yeah, the candy grapes are amazing. Which finger grapes? What? Are you making stuff up, Gwen? Are you for real? Ranch on salad and veggies, but not pizza or chicken. Wait,
I thought all Texans ate ranch with
pizza or chicken. Maybe not. Crab bisque reminds me of clam chowder, which is my favorite soup. Okay, so my friend, her dad makes
crab. What is that crab chowder? No, crab.
Cream of crab.
Cream of crab. There you go.
He makes the most amazing cream of crab soup. And as my friend and I have gotten older, so have our parents. And Do you
really have to say that?
Well, I don't want to say he's old. I don't like saying it because I don't like thinking of him being older. I think
everybody knows that your parents get older too.
But anyway, her dad is getting a little older and he's losing his memory a little bit. And he gave me his recipe.
Losing my memory.
Me too. He gave me his recipe for cream of crab soup a couple years ago. And I have it written down. And let me tell you what, I absolutely love the recipe. I've actually never made it, but one time, like years ago. But it makes me smile when I think about it because he makes like the best cream of crab. Personally, I like regular, just the Maryland crab soup better than the cream of crab. But I will say, crab soup is my jam. It's my favorite.
That's my jam.
It is. I told you you shouldn't do see one. Got to eat a few. I still think we should eat better ranch with the grapes. Wait, here we go. Hello, Jesus. Hello, Jesus is here. Abby's candy grapes are the best.
Maybe behind because I'm eating egg stuff. I'm feeling a little warm.
Stop. Are you serious?
Feel my head.
You feel tacky. Don't do that for real.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
About being tacky?
Stop it. Hey, Hobo Goat, Desert Goat, how are you? I'm going to have to look.
I like dipping fries in your Frosty.
Fries and garlic butter.
So Why is she dipping her fries in other people's Frosties? That's kind of rude.
She's like, I have this Frosty here, but this isn't for my fries.
Yeah.
Can I use your Frosty for my fries? I'm going to drink mine.
That's the best way to do the Frosty.
Wait, what did she say? Which finger grapes? I'm probably going to be looking up something. Which finger grapes? Oh, it's a thing? What? They look like witch fingers. It's so weird. Oh, no. That is weird. That is so weird. We can't hear you.
Can't hear what?
Can you hear me?
We're behind.
I did read it out loud. My bad. Oh my gosh. We Canadian bacon. We are behind. Stop getting behind. I can't handle you.
Can you guys hear me right now?
So, you know what? That's Gentry. Ranch with grapes. That is something that Lori suggested. She eats those things.
Look.
Erica's saying hello, Jesus, because he ate the eggs. EpiPen.
Yeah.
You don't have no EpiPen.
I got it.
Fries. Ooh, fries and mayo for the win. There's a lot of winning happening. Darren is definitely having a good time tonight.
Fries and mayo.
They're so good. I hear you fine. Okay. Why could you not hear me? LG's messing with me. Stop it, Lori. She's messing with me. She's on point tonight.
She's rotten.
Sweet sapphire grapes? Oh my goodness. Jesse said we eat Canadian bacon and pineapple pizza. Hawaiian.
I'm down with that.
That's some good stuff. I like just regular, like American bacon. Get you some actual bacon, some real bacon.
Well, the Canadian bacon is just ham.
It is like ham. It's just like a round slab of ham.
Yeah.
It's like a hamburger size chunk of ham. Like it's round, like a hamburger. But it's processed meat in a little slab. So Canadian bacon is like a ham chunk. I don't know how to explain it.
You're doing a horrible job explaining
it. It is what it is. I like fries with honey. Hey. My Wild Holm's in the chat. And in the green room. Because we have a guest tonight. Darren, that's totally French, buddy. You need poutine. Putin. He said it. I watched a whole video on that junk. He said how to say it.
What do you mean junk?
Putin, not junk, but like he went and drove place to get it.
It looked pretty good.
It did look pretty good. Fries and honey mustard.
I think more about boudin instead of poutine.
No, it's not Putin. It's Putin. Stop it. You're messing with me now. Putin? Like Putin.
Yeah, like the president.
Like the president guy, yeah. No Canadian bacon in Canada. It's just called bacon? What's it called in Canada?
How did he get food named after him?
I don't know. I'm having an amazing time tonight. I need to join you. You would have us probably get kicked off of the live. Regular bacon overtakes the pineapple, so it's not really the same. No, it's really good. You just have to know how much to add, Jesse. Canadian bacon is a tenderloin cured like a ham. I think that's right. Could be. We know what Canadian bacon is, Monica. Not everybody does.
I think everybody does.
Well, apparently they do at the Good Times household.
Well, apparently we're not going to get you to explain what it is because
Canadian bacon
get
equals
it out.
Back bacon. Are we having this conversation with Scott again? Is that what we're doing? We're having the conversation about what bacon really is. Poutine. Poutine? Poutine. Is it poo? Because that's not how I spell poo. Like someone's going poo-poo.
Maybe it's pow.
Poutine.
We got two different spellings here. We got the Canadian spelling.
Well, we should ask.
And then the American spelling.
We should ask the Islanders. They might know.
You think the Islanders are like in tune with the proper spelling?
I think they're in British Columbia. Isn't British Columbia Canada? Do I not know?
What is going on tonight?
I teach American history to my people. I don't teach Canadian history.
Monica.
That's Canada, right? That's all Canada.
British Columbia's over there. It's on the west side.
I knew it was Canadian. I knew.
No, you asked.
Canada.
You didn't know.
I had to verify. That was a confirmation, is what that was. That was it's poo, like poo. Teen. Okay. Well, you can tell me. You're going to tell me in a second because we're going to come up. They're going to come up. Viking blood eagle to get the back bacon. Darren. What?
No, I don't think that. See, this is the American way of pronouncing it, right?
Putin.
Here.
See, that's what I was thinking. I think that's the way Darren pronounced it. Ooh, I picked my first mess of okra. Oh, go turn the water off for your okra. Sorry, it's a little late. I hope you turned it off earlier. Because otherwise you did like we did. Oh, we can't pull him up now because Ryan's leaving. We'll pull you up in a minute, you guys.
Miss Carla, have a good night. Good night.
Thanks for coming in, Carla.
Yes, good to see you again.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's see. We got the American bacon comes from the fatty belly, while the pig Canadian bacon is typically cut from the loin. Okay, yeah.
That's a waste. I would rather have the loin in my crock pot with some barbecue sauce on it and all shredded up. That's how I eat the loin. American, what are you laughing at me?
Yeah, you're really getting into that, aren't you?
I am. As such, is much leaner than belly bacon and comes in rounded slices rather than strips. And it's also like cured and stuff like that too.
What is Porten?
Porten. Porten. It's more Quebec is how you say it. Maybe, I don't know. It's a long poo, not 10 poo.
It's a long poo.
Poutine. Well, Melody said teen. Or maybe she said 10. Oh, so maybe it's Pouten. We'll have to ask. We're going to get verification from. I have to look back up there again. Make sure.
From the people that are from the country of British Columbia.
You're welcome, Lori. You have a good rest of your week and have an amazing weekend. I hope you have a good weekend. That Putin needs a bidet. It probably does need a bidet. You got it. You better believe it. What? Ryan picked 19 pounds of banana peppers today. Look, he said, just send me the link to you guys and I'll sort this stuff out. I am afraid of that. Oh my gosh. Bye, Lori. Thank you for being in here. Brandon Gardner says, sorry, Putin. It is Putin. Teens. Oh, I don't even know anymore. We have no idea what's happening right now, Tish. Let's invite our friends up. So okay. we're gonna bring up our guests because they're now sitting. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? They're ready. Okay, they're ready. All right, so let's bring them up, and we're gonna ask people who actually might know. They may not know, but we're gonna ask them anyway. All right, do you have the little thing set up?
I know what I'd be doing.
Okay, just make sure.
Oh, I didn't know what I was doing.
There you go. You go.
Okay.
Hey.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Okay. So how do you say it?
So we say poutine.
Okay.
How do you say it?
Poutine.
Poutine. But then while you guys were on there, we looked it up, the official, because we're like, what if we're wrong? But the guy said poutine. So I think it's pretty much poutine. Yeah.
Okay, I guess it depends on how much of an accent you have.
Right.
Like if you're Texan versus a Marylander, you're going to say things completely separate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys are in the country of British Columbia, right?
Stop it.
Yes, we are. We are in the country of British Columbia in the province of Canada.
Oh my gosh. No, I was like looking and I'm like, yeah, they're Canadians. And I even said it the other day. I was like, yeah, they're up in Canada. I was like, they're in there like, because I was trying to explain. I was like, you've seen their channel. It's My Wild Holm. I was like, they don't spell it like home. Like it's spelled like their last name. I was like, she's super cute. And I was like showing him some of your videos. He's like, okay. I was like, yeah, they're like in Canada. Wait, well, they're on an island. But no, I think it's Canada. And then I'm like looking at the address that you have. I was like, yeah, British Columbia, BC. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, I should probably actually know that. So
it's okay. We learn something new every day.
There you go.
Are you familiar with Darren over at Thorhaven?
He's way over there.
No.
That's like asking somebody in Texas if they know somebody.
Well, no, I meant through YouTube, not if they're personal friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so where he's
a strong accent.
Where he's from, though, I think there's a stronger influence of French, right?
The French Canadians in Quebec.
Yeah, that's where.
Quebec.
Is that where he's in Quebec?
Yeah, he's on I think so.
So we're on the furthest west point of Canada, and then he would be the furthest east.
Yeah, we have the reason why we're looking up there is we have this giant map of the United States, and right above it is the Canadian, like it's all Canada, and it says British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and it's just like listed across. So that's why I was like looking up there, like I know where people are.
Well, the reason why I was asking, I was going somewhere with that.
Okay, go somewhere.
Okay, so is there a strong French accent or a French influence over on the west side as well?
No. So more east, but I mean, we're still required in school to learn French, but we don't have very many French speaking people, hardly. I would say a French accent or not. So now the Brampton Gardener, she would be more on the French side of things.
Yeah.
And in BC, we don't really have anything.
We learn about Monsieur Thibault in school. That's it. They talk about Mon crayon est grand, des jeunes.
I mean,
I have a big yellow pencil. That's all I really remember.
Okay.
Big yellow pencils are important.
So, but actually saying that though, my boys were in French immersion. So I have identical twin boys.
Wow.
And they were in French immersion for a few years before I started to homeschool.
So do they have a little bit of a French accent?
You know what?
I'm just the reason why I was asking is because I feel like Darren had said poutine or whatever it was before, and obviously again because it's more of a French accent where he is, I feel like it was heavier, so it still sounds a little bit different than the way that you say it.
Yes, yeah. So we say poutine. Everybody in BC says poutine.
So that's the right way to say it then.
That must be.
Thorhaven, Darren said, oh, they're in Canada. They know us. So no, it's funny because, there's Cottonwood Ranch. How are you, Raquel? So it was funny because poor Tish Ross said, what is it? What is it? I just completely oversimplified it. I was like, yeah, it's like gravy fries. I said, I just really made it out super country, but that's basically what it is, right?
Yeah, so they have like squeaky cheese curds. Like it's actually really good, and like sauce and like gravy but cheese. The curds are the big thing in poutine.
So it's like gravy fries with cheese chunks,
right? And they're like squeaky and they're like really great. And I know you guys aren't crazy about the concept of squeaky cheese. I remember that from last week.
No, you know what? I made some cheese and it was squeaky.
Yeah,
and it was good.
That's good.
What is squeaky cheese?
Curds.
So for me, I'm all about cheese. I don't think there's many cheeses I won't eat.
Yeah.
But I've never heard that description before, but it's a perfect description.
Yeah.
Because you understand exactly what's being said. And obviously, I mean, I can feel it in my teeth right now.
It was squeaky.
Yeah.
It just needs more seasoning. Just needed more seasoning than what I made. But it wasn't bad. Yeah, I just made it like a really basic, like I was basically trying to make cream cheese, which turned into like basically ricotta.
Right.
Because I couldn't get out the texture. It was a texture thing. But when I first had it all squeezed out, I was pulling off chunks and the kids were like, what is that? And I'm like, cheese curds, you want to try it? And they were like, okay. But it was squeaky.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is weird. And I'm like, it just doesn't have a lot of flavor. If I would have put more seasonings in it, it would have been delicious.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I didn't. Yeah, because it was my first time. So there you go.
Well, good for you.
And Dale said, I don't care for cheese curds or squeaky cheese.
What, Anne? My goodness.
You know what, though? We eat cheese curds on Sundays over at the restaurant we go to. They're fried, but they're really yummy, and my kids love them. I think they only just like them because they kind of taste like little mini mozzarella sticks. So it's kind of like the American version. So
have you tried the fried cheese? What's that called? The fried. Oh, it's so good. What's that called? The fried cheese that we used to eat down at Alexandra's?
Is it like fried mozzarella, just like a fried cheese type that?
No. Oh, yeah, he's gonna look it up. It's not halloumi. It's a different kind.
Halloumi's good, though.
But halloumi's also good. You like that, Eric?
I
He's probably never had it.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, see.
Okay.
I see.
Look it up.
Wait, spell it.
Halloumi, I would think. Halloumi.
No, that's what somebody was talking about last week. No, I think it was Brandon Gardner. Somebody was talking about this last week.
That was me.
That was you. Okay.
Wait, that's it? It looks like chicken.
Halloumi. It's a cheese made from a mixture of goats and sheep.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Sometimes also cow's milk. The texture described as squeaky. Remember? She said squeaky.
That's
Has
right.
a high melting point, so it easily be fried or grilled. See, that probably would be really good.
Yeah. Oh, it is with lemon, like just squeezed all over. It's called saganaki, the fried cheese.
It's salty, lemony. Sometimes they put a little.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's really good.
Woohoo.
Yeah. See, we're going to have to try to find out where would they have that? We need to go to like a cheese restaurant.
It is so good.
Any Greek restaurant should have it.
Greek. Yeah.
Greek. Okay.
So when we were in Maryland, a family friend of ours, we called them the Greeks because that's not derogatory.
We're people labelers too. If we don't know your name, we just give you a name. Like the guy up the street had like a Superman logo on his house. We didn't even know his name. He lived here for 5 years when we did. We didn't ever know his name. He just moved out and was like, Superman's moving out. We just called him Superman because that was, we have another guy that just walked the dog all the time. We just called him Dog Walker because yeah.
That is so funny. You guys are again like so okay. That's hilarious. I thought we were the only ones that did that.
No,
my boys have names for everybody, and I can't say the names. I can't even they're not always politically correct names, but they were like little boys, right? Little boys saying things like, I want to tell you one so bad, but I just shouldn't. So yeah. But.
Well, just remember we have 7 boys and 1 girl, so we have been through the names. I'm sure of quite a few of them. But yeah, we're people namers. So we had the Greeks. We had the whole family of Greeks that we knew. They had a restaurant. It was a Greek restaurant. Yeah, we were young. We didn't appreciate Greek food.
No, man. What's that?
They'll have saganaki. I mean, it's a staple.
Well, see, and I'm wondering if they did that because they would always bring cheese, and like we'd have like little potluck dinners or whatever. All the families would come, and then because they were so close to my aunt, their whole family would come.
Yeah,
and they would bring all kinds of Greek food, like salads and then olives and cheese and some other things that I've never seen or heard of before. And I think they were all like first or second generation Greek.
Yeah.
So they
their family, grandparents immigrated and came that way.
Yeah. So there was definitely a lot of ethnicity with the foods and stuff like that they brought in.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
And
I know, right? I feel like we didn't appreciate their food while we were around them.
Well, yeah. I mean, one of the coolest things we did when we lived in Maryland, we had a little townhouse, and our goal was always help our kids understand that people are people. It didn't matter what their skin color was or where their roots were from,
what their accents were.
Yeah, and so on our little block, we actually did like a little block party, and everybody, what the theme was bring something, some sort of food that you grew up on. So one of our neighbors was from Alabama. One, people obviously from Baltimore. We had some other folks.
We had our Filipino neighbor. She was amazing.
Yeah, she brought in all kinds of like Filipino food, and I don't know, what did we take?
I don't remember what we took.
Or we just ate. We just showed up empty-handed.
We probably took like pulled pork or something. We probably did something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, not poutine?
No, not that. We had no idea what that would have even been.
Well, at least you guys took something, because when I used to attend my children's school functions, I would drop off at the bakery and then put them on a plate with saran wrap and bring it in. I mean,
the next door neighbor, her husband was what was Jen and what was his heritage, his culture too, because he always talked about
who?
Oh, Jen and her husband. The next door neighbor, he used to say that when he was growing up, yams would make you faster.
Oh, he's from Trinidad.
He was from Trinidad. And he was like so Trinidad. And he's so funny because he was like, if you eat the yams, they make you run fast. That's what all the runners eat. That's what all the Olympic runners eat. They eat yams to make them fast. And I'm like, are you joking right now? He's like, I'm not. But he always made some of the best food. I was like, dude, I love when you cook stuff for these get-togethers. And his wife was like a baker anyway, so she always made desserts. So yeah, no, we couldn't compare probably. We probably brought like chips or pulled pork or something. Yeah, I bought the Cokes. I don't know. I bought the sodas. I probably didn't really do much.
Yeah, we just blamed it on our parents because we were supposed to bring something we grew up on. We just told them our parents didn't love us enough to feed us real food.
What, box mac and cheese and tuna fish? Maybe that's what I made. I don't know. And no, I would never make Brampton Gardener. I would never make crab soup and share with people. That is my like stinginess right there. I just won't. No, I do make it for people, but I typically, when I make it here for my birthday, I like hoard it and I don't like want to share with anybody.
Oh, are you not a sharer? I'm not a sharer. I have problems.
I like to share. At least I tell myself I like to share. I like to share other things, but I don't want to share my crab soup. It costs too much to make. Yeah. So this year, you like what?
Pierogies. Those are just
the pierogies. Yeah. See, I
don't know what that is.
I can't explain it. I'll have to show a picture.
What is it? What's a pierogi?
He doesn't probably.
Oh, so it's like, I think, a Ukrainian type thing, and it's dough filled with like mashed potatoes, cheese, onions. But it takes forever to make. Mm-hmm. So even like just one, you're like, I can't give this away because like it took me a long time. So, that kind of thing. But with food, I have a little problem with sharing my food. I don't like eating with someone and he'll like, no, that's my food. That's food. Can't do that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Monica does pretty good. Monica's like the typical mom where she doesn't really eat a hot meal. She always kind of gets the leftover of stuff. Yeah. But when it comes to the crabs, whether she's picking them or it's crab soup,
it's literally my favorite thing ever. So if I'm getting some, I'm going to be right up in there. I am not. I will bite your finger if you try to take my stuff. Like, just stop. Like, I don't even care where your fingers have been. I will bite it. I just, no, don't take my stuff. But yeah, I don't like to share when it comes. No, I do. I am like that with certain things. If I like something a lot and I know that I only have a little bit of it, I'm the oldest child, so I'm a distractor. So like I have something I really like and I know Eric likes it too. I'll buy something he likes more. And then I'll be like, here, this is for you. And the thing that he likes less that I like more, then I will be able to partake in that without having to share too much with him. See? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's called the oldest child. And you know how to get what you want in a kind way.
Right. Right. Very good. Rather than just like hide stuff, which is, I've heard other people do that. I mean,
my daughter does that.
What is this? The Toronto noodles. Do you know what that is? Noodles. I don't even know what that means.
Toronto noodles. I don't know.
It's on a basketball team.
Could be. Okay, so we started on my food and got all sidetracked and stuff. So anybody in here that doesn't know, I'm going to put your link up too. Anybody that doesn't know Melody and Ryan, so anybody that doesn't know who you guys are, I'm going to put your link up so that you guys can check them out. But tell us a little bit about your channel. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do and what you're doing on your channel.
Okay, So we bought an island in the wilderness of British Columbia 1 year ago. And yeah, and so when we launched onto this, we bought it. We had never seen it before. We just wanted it really bad. And so we were just willing to do whatever. And we came out and stepped onto the shore with nothing but 2 red Cabela chairs. And
we were wearing Crocs.
Crocs?
Well,
and we just had to be here. Yeah, there's nothing on this island except old, broken down, dilapidated cabins. And we just thought this is the place for us. Like it's just the most amazing place on earth, really.
Just trees.
Just trees. Yeah.
That's
Nothing
crazy.
but trees. And the cabins were flattened by falling trees. And
most of them.
Yeah. Well, 3 of them were like completely flattened.
Yeah.
And the main cabin was, I guess, really beautiful back in the day, but its back is broken now. And every year it's getting closer and closer to the ground.
Yeah. And so 75, 80 years ago, a First Nations family lived out here. Wow. And they did tours and stuff for Americans, I think, that came across. Because true wilderness. I mean, it is now. Like nobody around us even has power, but it's just an amazing place. It really is.
We're an hour and a half from the nearest electrical pole.
Yeah.
And an hour and a half from the nearest store. And an hour and a half from the nearest first aid center.
That's crazy.
So you got to be kind of careful, and you got to plan what you're doing here, because if all of a sudden you run out of milk, it's a couple $100 to go get milk. So, you got to do without until your grocery list gets big enough, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, when you leave, how do you leave to go get your supplies and things that you need?
So we went across Canada last summer and bought a barge. We started in our truck, went to Alberta, got a trailer from an auction, and then went all the way through to Ontario, picked up this barge and brought it all the way back. And so the barge is what we use to transport our supplies back and forth. And that
was an adventure all in its own.
Yeah, we seem to meet calamities kind of wherever we go. I mean, we put ourselves in the place where they are, it seems, but we've had a few little traumatic incidents.
But we also meet very nice people, wonderful people that help us through our disasters, whatever they might be.
Yeah.
Are the people that are out there similar to you all? I'm assuming you don't have like a 9-to-5 job that you go off to, right?
So no. So Ryan's retired. I'm semi-retired. I own a recruitment firm, and I operate it remotely, so I can work anywhere. And I'm in the process. I've got an exit strategy. I owned it for 28 years. Started it many years ago. So I'm done. I'm ready to just absolutely full time. But right now, I started
that as a teenager.
Yeah, I mean, I was like 10, I think. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, that's some good stuff.
So the question that I was asking, so everybody that's up there, they're all kind of in that similar situation where they're retired, or they just live off the land, or a little combination of both.
Do you have neighbors? I think is what he's trying to get at too.
Yeah, so 5 kilometers away, there is a little settlement, but it's only seasonal. So I think there's 3 occupants that actually live all the year through. We don't really know them. When you're on an island, you don't really have neighbors, so.
And we're quite a ways away from them too, so we rarely see them. When we first arrived here, it was kind of a big deal to everybody, like who bought the island kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they all kind of came and introduced ourselves. And what is that great big thing? Oh, that was our barge on a trailer, right? So they were wondering what that was. And then everybody leaves us alone now. It's fantastic. So we truly are living off grid as pioneers. It's wonderful. Yeah. You're
the people that TV shows try to actually do. But they can't really do it because they're just like making people up. I'm sure that they started out with the idea of this is what's going to happen. People that truly live off grid, and then they become so commercialized that it doesn't look real anymore. Yeah. But following you on YouTube is actually what it would look like if a TV show was actually like a TV show. Like if it wasn't a TV show, it was actually real. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah.
No, exactly what you mean. You know, a lot of people comment and they say, we can't wait for your next show to come out.
And it's like, well, I mean, we're really just kind of documenting what we do. And it's
for the family, really.
It's
and
hard.
Then it just kind of, a lot of other people started getting interested in what we were doing.
Yeah.
It's a little unique.
Yeah.
Well, I like that you created one of your playlists called Season 1. Like, I love it. Like it's Season 1 starting out. And it's like, so you could literally go, like, you know, people binge, right? People binge Netflix video seasons. So you actually have Season 1, 31 episodes. Like I could literally see someone going, oh, this is the first season of their journey. Click, because that's what people do.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, Ann Dale did that, didn't you, Ann? Okay, I'm sorry for calling you out, but and she just asked what I think the hardest and the best thing about homesteading was.
I'll put it back up for you. Well, while that's popping up, I wanted to ask a question. So this is, if you ask me about my dream, what you're doing is probably it's on the bucket list of dreams, if you will.
It is.
The hardest thing for me is trying to get Monica on board with that, I think, to be honest with you, to be so far away. So I guess, you know, the one thing that's always a big hiccup for me when you know that people are truly living remote is about a safety perspective. So can you speak about that for a second, as far as is there concern or fear of what might happen, especially since, and I'm not, please don't take this the wrong way when I ask this, but all of us are only getting older. So at some point in time, you stop having that Superman mentality of nothing's going to happen to I'm getting older. My body's going to start breaking down at some point in time.
Yeah.
You know, so can maybe you speak to that for a second?
Yeah, we've thought about that, and we're working really hard to build the infrastructure so that it is safer to be here. Right now, it's hard to walk from point A to point B without tripping on a stump or falling in a hole or something, right? And so we're working hard to sort of map out how we want our little homestead village to be. You know, we want to have a shop, and we want to have, you know, a big greenhouse and a root cellar and different things like that. You know, guest cabins for our family, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And we want docks. Right now, we don't even have a dock, so it's like pull up into the rocky shore kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and also, so that's such a good question. We've thought about that stuff because longer term, our hope is that, you know, the world is not all that stable out there. So I almost feel like we're a little bit safer here maybe than we might be somewhere else, at least in this day and age. And so what we want to do is set up like cabins for our family. We've got, you know, lots of nurses and doctors in our family. So healthcare wise, we'd be taken care of.
Yeah.
You want to set up your island compound, but you don't want to call it a compound because it sounds not politically correct. Yeah. But that's basically what it is. It's the idea of having a family compound.
It's a safe haven, we call it.
Yeah,
safe haven.
Well, we've never called it that until this moment, but that's a good one.
We've called it our haven.
Yeah, it's just I mean, this is where we want to end up. I would love to be able to fly in and out of here on a helicopter. I think that would be ideal. So I don't know. I mean, at some point, wouldn't that be neat? But you know, those are so expensive to run. But I just thought that might be a way to get somebody out here, you know, quickly. I've had 4 spine surgeries, so I don't have a very strong back. So that's one problem. I'm not able to I guess contribute as much that way. I used to be quite strong. I'm not as strong anymore, but
you're still tough as nails.
Oh
yeah.
But yeah,
I was gonna say I've seen some of your videos and you don't look like a weak person. So yeah, no, I was gonna say the back surgeries haven't slowed you down from what we can see. But of course, you know, we're only seeing a year in your life. We're not seeing, you know, maybe what you were, but I will say you're a pretty strong woman from what I've seen. So well done.
Well, I try, but that's a really good question. Yeah. And so this is your dream, Eric. So when are you guys moving out and building your cabin, and what's that really like?
Well, you know, it's interesting because I do think about from a safety perspective, but also my body. My concern is that at some point in time it will only be a dream, because my body won't be able to handle the amount of work that it's going to take to build something from scratch. Not unless I'm able or fortunate enough to be able to have a job where I can be gone for, the summer or spring months, where I can build things and then come back and then, over the course of a couple of years. But I don't know. I mean, that, again, we have to be on the same page, and we're on the same page here.
Not on that page yet.
She's definitely not on that page.
Well, we've got about a 5-year time horizon, and to build it to the place where we're comfortable, and it's very fluid, because some of the things we originally thought we'd do, once we're here, they kind of morph a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some of the things that were important to us at the outset have now been sort of subordinated. Other things have taken their place. And but I tell you, it's thrilling to be here. Every day is a blessing.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to answer the question? So, what is the best and worst thing about developing your own island?
The best thing I think for us is having the ability to make our own decisions, not having anybody, like, we can do anything. We can cut down any tree. We can build anything. In our region, you can't literally take a twig down without asking the bylaw, committees and the cities. And
but on the island, we have complete open zoning.
Yeah, so it's like we could have a 90-foot, skyscraper, or like nobody can do anything, and that's freedom. Like, that's freedom.
So cool.
Yeah, freedom is so important. I think after just going through this whole thing with COVID and all the restrictions in Canada just going just wild, it made us think, like, what on earth? We need a place where we can be free. My goodness, we are here. Yeah,
we're totally free here. I guess that's one of the best things is the freedom, and we're the masters of our own domain here, right? I think the worst thing, I wouldn't really call it worse, but I'd call it somewhat inconvenient, is getting supplies here, because we're a long ways away. So you really got to think, okay, what am I going to need to complete this project? And if you forget a critical piece, it has to wait till your next trip out, right? So it requires a lot of things.
So I watch a lot of those nature shows, the ones where they're up in Alaska.
The Last Alaskan, he's all about those.
All up in Canada, and and that's, I think, to me, that's kind of the fun of trying to live in a location like that, because you have to be, you truly have to have your thinking cap on all the time. You have to be one step ahead. You have to be a planner. You have to be able to kind of visualize what you're trying to do and how you're going to get there before you even start. And one thing that I'll say is that while we live on, a 10-acre farm, we're not necessarily too far from anything, 30 minutes from either town that's closest to us.
Yeah.
But
we're not far out there.
But it has helped us to learn how to think through some of those processes. Mm-hmm. So if anything, I would like to say, hopefully, that this is training ground for us.
Maybe it's preparation for safe haven in the future, with our children being in this, place like that. Because, that's ideally the idea, the end goal would be to have a place where we had a big enough piece of land where we could do what we wanted. We could cut down trees that we wanted. We could do whatever we wanted, and have our kids being on the property if that's what they wanted. Because in the end, I don't know how we could take care of the property without having our family with us. And like you said, you have people that are, maybe medically abled. They know how to deal with certain medical things. And that's what we would need. I mean, look, I got 8 kids. Somebody's got to be some sort of doctor or a veterinarian, something.
You got to get
somebody's got to have some kind of medical training, even if you're just an RN. RNs are smart. They probably know more than doctors sometimes. I need an RN or something in the family. But no, they are. RNs are smart. But anyway, point being, it's a great idea. And I think it's probably a dream of a lot of people. And, it's awesome that you guys are kind of living that dream, that there's a lot of people that want to be where you're at. So I think that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it is the dream of a lifetime. And there is not a moment when we're out on that boat fishing where we don't look around and go, oh,
yeah,
Oh, you don't believe this?
Our arms are bruised from pinching ourselves for sure.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful. As far as hunting goes, we haven't done much hunting here. We're not meat eaters. Doesn't mean that if the world fell apart, we wouldn't hunt deer. There's lots of game up here. There's lots of bear, deer, elk, all kinds of meat. But we just don't. We choose not to at this point in our life.
Well, I never have. My family's always been vegetarian, but no, I mean, we definitely would for sure. It's not, like any kind of huge issue. It's just that it's something that I don't really want to.
You just don't do it right now. Yeah, it makes sense.
So
you do fish. I saw you do fish.
Yeah. Does she ever fish?
I saw her fishing on the one video, and it was so cute because I saw the short first. So good job with the short, because the short lured me in to go check out the video so that I could see what she actually caught. So Good night, Karen. Thank you for coming in here. You're awesome. And it was so funny because I was like, oh, because you were getting excited at the end of the short. I'm like, oh, she's gonna get, and then she cut the short off, and so I had to go find the video to see. Well done, Ryan, because you got me. I was like, oh my gosh, where's the stinking video? So I'm like scrolling through to find the fishing video. Yeah, I know. She was like, oh, I got it. And then I was like, oh, and then so I had to go back and watch it. But I mean, great job. And that right there, it just shows your personality too. You're super likable. And I thought it was really cool because, I mean, I had only really met you the one time. And that was, oh my gosh, briefly on Scott's Live, because I was coming to attack him for putting up a terrible picture of me. And
I remember that.
And I think Ryan had just left, and I had seen you guys a little bit, but it was just funny because I felt like I didn't know your person. Like I felt like I saw your personality in your videos, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're so sweet. I absolutely love these people.
But that's what I said about you guys. I literally laughed, and I say to Ryan too, no, those ones where he was
the haircut video.
The haircut, remember how he told her
that
like
was awesome.
This close to her face, he came in the window. I died laughing. And then ever since I've been trying to watch you guys. So I thought,
well, thank you. Yeah, he did. He has no manners. So yeah, he's not nice all the time, but it is what it is. He's like, I just got to be honest with you. Yeah. They're talking about the mullet, right? When you told me I had a mullet, when you got yourself, you leaned in, you're like, yeah, nice mullet. Just rude.
Well,
just rude.
Again, wouldn't you rather just know the truth up front?
No, I wanted to be happy with my haircut for 5 seconds.
You were happy when you were driving to show me.
Yeah, I know. You ruined it.
That was at least 25 minutes.
Yeah, that was 25 minutes of my life that I can't get back. I was happy about it, and then it was awful after that. Terrible. Anyway, hi, Jeannie. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Oh, my gosh. Well, no, I have to say your videos are great, too, because it really does show just the fact that you're just not, I don't know. It just, some people put it out there for, YouTube, and they act different and they act fake, and I don't know, I just think it's great because it's just so real and I love it. And when I saw the season 1, I'm like, dude, this is literally the TV show that's not. It's a TV show that's not a TV show. But why not? Because that's what people do anyway, is watch YouTube all the time. So yeah, it's a TV show. It's just not officially endorsed by Discovery or any of those people, which, hey, Discovery, we got good people here. You should go look at these people. So.
The problem with that is that I'm not very directable. So like I said, I think on ads, yeah. If something were to happen, Ryan sometimes will go, oh, okay, do this and come back. And I'm like, no. I did that one time. That's it.
One time. And then I thought, you know what? It's not real. We pledged at the beginning of this whole thing to keep it real.
Yeah. So if we lost that moment, we've lost it, and that's okay. But we try and get as many as we can, because honestly, you never know what's going to happen out here. You just don't know. So that's kind of another exciting thing. We've got 3 cabins. I'm looking at one right now that's down to the ground, and we want to rebuild those cabins and then do a bigger house there. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I could live in this thing. This is 12 by 16 room. And
not even 200 square feet. And she wants to live here.
No, I love it. I would totally just live here and just eat candy, just do whatever. I love it.
I love it.
See, and that's
Melody's candy cabin.
Look,
look.
It's just your candy cabin. Yeah, what's your favorite kind of candy? If you had a candy that you weren't going to share, what would you keep? What would it do?
I know what it is.
Oh dear. Okay, which one do you think?
Cotton candy.
Okay, I love cotton candy.
Oh.
Okay.
Candy. But there's these amazing marshmallow strawberries and bananas by Dare. And I literally love those. And they're so horrifically bad for you. But I will literally eat those. Then I feel terribly sick. And then I have some more the next day. And
they
I
actually have a biohazard label, right? Like
what?
stick it on the label.
No, they don't. Wait, I'm looking. Oh, wait, I found them. I'm looking them up. Let's see. The Dare Mallows. Okay, let me see.
It's almost like we dare you to eat this junk.
No.
You know?
Oh my God.
They
So
look like circus peanuts. You know, like the marshmallow.
Yeah.
They look like. Yeah, like that's what it is. They make the real mallow peanuts. Okay, so that's a circus peanut. They call them circus peanuts, and that's exactly what they look like. That texture. Yeah, it's not like a real marshmallow. It's like the thick candy marshmallow.
Because I don't really like marshmallows, but I like the harder, and then it kind of melts, and
it's got a bit of a skin on it, right?
No,
I love it. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, Eric is a cotton candy guy though. He loves
yeah, Monica here recently found, I guess at the dollar store or something, where they have different flavors like strawberry, watermelon. Yeah, the little plastic container.
They're like $1. They're like only $1. And so I'm like, $1 treat? Of course I'll give it. Throw this in the basket.
That's all I get because I made the mullet comment. So I just get dollar treats.
Yeah. I give you like 4 of them. But the funny thing is that's his distraction. See? Distract him. Get something better.
Oh, that's a good one. I will make a confession, like just all out right now. We had a candy store in our mall, and I used to go in, and they actually made big, huge mounds of cotton candy. And I would come out with a bag so big, it looked like I was taking a duvet home every night, like for weeks. And I would sit on my rocking chair eating this duvet of cotton candy, like night after night. I've never been so sick in my life, but yet happy, you know, that feeling.
Yeah. Happy. True happiness is being sick off of your favorite food.
Yeah.
Just full glutton, just laying there like, ugh.
Sounds like you with your crab too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking from experience.
She likes
it was Monday night. See? Right there. Ann Dale knows how it is.
Yeah.
I like almost any candy, but she hides the Snickers.
Me and Ann, we're like, we're tight.
Mm-hmm.
They're 2 peas in a pod.
Skittles.
Jen's going right for the Skittles. Skittles are yummy.
Does anybody have a freeze dryer? Because I've been hearing about freeze dried Skittles. Anybody know about those?
I do know about those. So I had a friend. So they're good, but they're really crunchy. Okay, so I like a Skittle because I like the crunch and then the soft because I like the chewy candies.
Yeah,
like it's probably not a good thing for my teeth, but I love the chewy candies. But the Skittles are like, I mean, rock hard, and then they kind of like shatter in your mouth. So it's not bad, but you got to have like good solid teeth. And I'm not wanting to break my teeth because I'm too old to be breaking my teeth. Because I broke a tooth last year on a hard chicken nugget. And now I'm like, Mama, I can't do that. That's scary. Like, I never thought I would say that I have a broken tooth. But let me tell you, I broke a tooth and it hurt so bad. I was like, I will never eat chicken nuggets again. No, I do eat chicken nuggets now. But I was scared. I was terrified.
Video with him. He ate a piece of pizza and his tooth fell out. It's on a video. We've got it.
Oh, I'm going to have to go back and look at that one now. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's like scary to me. Teeth are like, that scares me. So, but we traded. So I had a friend that wanted some chickens, like little chicks. I was like, I got chicks. And she was like, well, great. What do I owe you? And I'm like, you owe me nothing. She's like, no, for real. I was like, no, really. I just incubate them because they're cute. And Eric makes me get rid of them because I'm bad. I want to keep everything. And he's like, get rid of them. And she's like, okay, I'll take them. So she gave me a jar, like a little small pint jar filled with freeze-dried Skittles. The kids ate every single one of them minus like 5. And I had like 5 of them. And I was like, okay, 5's enough. But man, the kids loved them. They loved them.
Okay.
They're too crunchy for me.
I want to get like freeze-dried candy like Jessie does. I know Jessie does.
That's what you need. Freeze-dried, like all the freeze-dried candies.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a dehydrator at all?
I do, but I haven't used it for a long time. But I do have one. Yeah.
So the next time you go into next time you go into town, you have to get mini marshmallows, just like the little mini ones, like the little red, the little tiny marshmallows.
For hot chocolate? Those kinds?
Yes, but no, not the super teeny tiny hard ones, but like the little squishy ones. The kind, with hot chocolate, little squishy, the smaller version of the big ones, right?
Yeah.
Smaller.
Yeah.
Throw them in your dehydrator and dehydrate them. They puff up and they're crunchy, so they're not soft like a regular marshmallow.
Oh.
But they taste like a marshmallow, but they have a crunch. And they're like hollow, but not hard like a Skittle crunch. Like it's a soft crunch.
Just a nice one that melts.
Yes.
Ah.
So good. I make them by like the big container, and then I put them in a vacuum. I put them in a jar and vacuum seal them. My kids love them for snacks.
Oh,
yes, we're no, we're not on games right now, Jen. We're on candy.
Like it's like we're the only people in the world. I mean, I'm just literally seeing candy right now, like everywhere I look.
I know. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, there you go. Jesse says, I know a gal that might be able to send you some Skittles, Melody. See?
How is your freeze dryer working, Jesse?
Yeah, see, I have, oh man, that's one thing we don't have yet. We don't have a freeze dryer, but I know so many people are getting them.
Yeah, I know. It's a big thing, right? Because the food lasts for 25 years. I mean, the food's going to outlast me by a long shot, but I might have it eaten before then. So it's okay.
Well, I like the idea of it because, Ryan made a good point, right? It's really far for you to go get like milk, right? So if you have a freeze dryer and you've freeze dried a bunch of milk, now you've got dairy that's stored up in a jar sitting on your pantry shelf so that if you run out of fresh milk, you run out of something, you have it right there. You just reconstitute it and go. I buy it from Amazon or wherever. And
yeah, it's perfect.
So yeah, I love powdered milk for that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's wonderful. Oh my goodness. So how many people are coming out to join us to live on the island? I'm wondering.
I know, right? There's so many people that are like, okay, how can we go to the island? How can we get there?
There's lots of space.
You just need to make
here.
Are you going to, how many guest houses are you going to have? Because that's what we need to know.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. So we will have, I would say 3 guest houses, 3 guest cabins.
To start, yeah. Yeah,
I would say. My sister and her family, we are hoping, will be coming here to build. And of course, her children are married and grown, and she's a registered nurse. So she's an emergency room nurse. And then my 2 daughters are emergency room nurses. And then I have 2 sons who are getting their doctorates in chiropractic medicine. So for me,
and then there's internal medicine.
I need that. Oh yeah. And then my son-in-law is an internal medicine specialist. So we've got it covered. I need a dentist and what else?
Well, I could always whittle some teeth, I guess.
Yeah. Like and made them.
So what did you need a good pair of wrenches? You're fine. Just get wrench it, pull it out. You're good.
Did you guys like interview all your family members to figure out who you're going to allow to come up there? Or, I mean,
well,
how does that work? I mean, it seems like you got the all-star cast up there.
They had a sign-up sheet.
Exactly. They've been on a bit of a lifelong interview with me, and I have a very good memory. So that's already been taken care of.
Your one family member is like, remember that time? You're like, no, I do remember the other time. You're not welcome.
That's right.
You're like, no soup for you. Not happening.
No candy, no nothing.
Nothing.
It's all on the merit system, right?
Yeah.
Do what?
It's all on the merit system, but the thing is, they all merit being here. Good thing there's room.
Wonderful people. Yeah.
Oh, they're great.
That's
people.
so cool.
Yeah,
so you're not going to let, are you going to let anybody come visit your candy shack though? That's the thing.
Well, I mean, Google taking their silly satellite photos, they've got to stop this because they are going to figure out some things that I've got in the go. And I'm not giving up any more info on that.
You're going to have to camouflage it with some brush. Make like the ghillie suit for your actual cabins, like a ghillie suit for the cabins to put over top. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what it's called?
Because Google, it cracks me up in a way because Google, with their little cars that drive around, I had an aunt who was she was an absolute recluse, never went out, like she didn't like to be seen at all. My boys one day when they were little were looking at her address, and lo and behold, there she is on her deck standing there with a blurred face. But there she was, like nobody's ever gotten a picture of her in her life, and Google got one.
Was she in her house coat or something too, wasn't she?
What?
Yeah. It was, and she never went out. And there she was. So anyways, they've got stuff on the go there. They'll probably see me catching a fish out there.
Yeah.
So how do they do that with where you live? Do they have Google boats going by or something?
No, they just take the little
satellite. Yeah. It's the satellite picture, but oh, the nerve, hey, my goodness.
That's so cool though. Okay, so you've been out there for over a year now.
So we bought a year ago, and because we can't stay on this island in the winter yet. We did not have a shelter that would be warm enough. Like we literally just about died in the fall. It was so cold, and it gets so cold here so quickly. But today we were just looking at a hovercraft. Like seriously, after our live, we came and looked at a hovercraft, and that might be the answer to us being able to stay here like all year, because right now it wouldn't be safe for us. Like Eric, it's you have a point there, and we would die because it's minus 30, sometimes more, minus 40.
You can ice fish for a lot of months because the ice is thick. They say it gets up to 4 feet thick. We haven't verified that, but there's a period. Yeah, you have to be a subsistence liver.
It's illegal.
Oh wow.
Indigenous or something. But anyways, but there's about 4 months where the ice is sketchy. That it's not quite thick enough to walk on, but you can't really tell. So the only way to tell is to get wet. We wouldn't want to do that. So we'd want to have, like a hovercraft or a really strong canoe or something like that,
Yeah, that's really cool. So you could use the hovercraft on the ice or the shallow ice, because if it was too shallow, it would be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
The hovercraft floats too, right?
So it's for the water too, right?
So we'd be great, and that's kind of our dream. And then to have skidoos and everything, and we can set ourselves up here pretty good in terms of being able to stay like all year long. After COVID, we weren't able to leave Canada we never did for what, 3 years, almost 3 years. So last year we went to the States to see my boys and my daughter, and then we've got one in London, England as well. So,
you know what's happened?
That's what we did in between when we couldn't be here.
We left the States just when COVID hit. We left our car in the parking lot. We weren't able to get to it again for 2.5 years.
It's still sitting in the parking lot at the airport. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's expensive.
Yeah. So we'd like to thank Brian West at the Dayton, Ohio airport. You are amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So
gave us the year multi-plan, the multi-year car park discount.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, so when you're not on the island though, you have a house somewhere else.
Yeah. So we have it's 12 hours away. And so we haven't been to it. As a matter of fact, we just decided tonight that we might go there tomorrow, because our truck was supposed to be ready, and it is, but we were getting a fridge here because we have not had a fridge in this cabin. Except a tiny little bar fridge that freezes everything. We cooked over a fire like all last year. Then we got a cook stove for the first time ever.
Oh, what a game changer.
Oh man, did we think we were something with this? But so to have a fridge will be amazing right now.
That's so cool.
It's a bit inconvenient.
It is, because we caught a pretty big, Melody, I say we, but Melody caught a nice big fish a while ago, and there was enough fish there for 3 days.
Yeah, we were eating fish for 3 days.
But we had to keep turning the fridge off, because it would keep freezing everything.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that wasn't optimal.
But if we had a freeze dryer, a vacuum sealer, we could keep catching fish all day long and not worry about it.
Yeah.
Right, honey?
Yeah.
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 And the island that you're on, can you build underground? Can you put like a storage area underground, or is it rock?
Yes.
No, it's wonderful. Peaty, sandy, mossy, gravel at the bottom. Like, it's actually really good soil, isn't it? We go around digging little holes here and there just to see the consistency, because I planted 3 tomatoes in a 5-gallon pot.
I saw you planting those. Yeah.
Yeah. So we just wanted to see what the potential would be for a good garden, and we want to do a geothermal greenhouse. That's the one that we want. So
we want a big greenhouse that can supply food for everybody, that lives on the island all year round kind of thing, right? So that's the ultimate goal.
So who's doing all the building? Or I mean, is it you by Ryan, you by yourself, or I guess a combination of the two of you, or do you have people that come up in the off season to where you can build?
No, it's him. He builds everything. He does electrical, plumbing, building. My dad was a builder, so I can help, and I do try. But my help is, oh, here, honey, here's the hammer. Oh, you wanted the pencil? Okay, here you go. You know what I mean?
No.
And then I get tired of that. I get tired.
Well, I'll be honest with you. That sounds like a good help. Monica's help is. Are you sure you want to put that screw there?
That's not even.
Don't you want 2 screws?
Nope. My help is.
Are you sure that's
a drink?
Are you sure that's level? Is this going to be safe?
That's not even it.
Are you sure this is going to keep the rain out?
That's not even true. I will say though that anytime we have a project, I'm like literally, I try so hard not to be Debbie Downer because I'm always like, okay, Eric's like, no, this project could be fast. It'll be like 3 hours tops. Saying we can do this. Boom, boom. Yeah. And then like something always goes wrong.
Well, that's the nature of building.
Yeah, anything. It's definitely the nature on that one because nothing. If we say it's going to take 5 minutes, it's going to take 50. It just doesn't. It just doesn't go the way it's supposed to ever. Yeah, it's a lot.
And so and he's a perfectionist, so it's true. Like when things start, you think it's going to maybe be quick. It might not be because it's maybe a quarter of a tiny centimeter of an inch out.
But it's going to be built so that you don't have to do it a second time.
That's right.
Do it right the first time so you don't have to redo it.
Do it right. Do it once. That's what I always say.
There you go.
All right, Ryan, I'm coming up. Let's build something.
Did you see? By the way,
you're on.
You guys have to. You have to now. I mean, this will be.
Well, look. Here's the problem because recently, so Abigail, our daughter, she graduated last year, and she wanted to do some like traveling or whatever for her senior trip, and I said that I would go, and it just kind of sizzled out. So I kind of like brought that up again here recently and said, hey,
I asked everybody last week on the live.
If you want to go somewhere, let me know. If I take a couple of days off, maybe we can go because she loves taking pictures and stuff like that. And so she said something to me about mom brought up going to Montana. And the first thing I said was, does your mom not want me to come back home? Because the thing is, if
it'll be round trip tickets.
I am truly a country boy at heart.
Yeah.
If you put me out in the mountains somewhere, you're probably not going to find me again. I'm just. So that's why I say if I come up there and I like it, I'm not coming back. You're gonna be stuck with me.
Well, we love that. That would be great because we want like-minded, happy, wonderful,
perfectionist.
Yeah,
perfectionist.
Those kinds of people that wouldn't eat my candy, but that would not their home. Right?
Yeah.
Don't worry. He would bring his own candy. Yeah. He would bring his own cotton candy.
I'd bring my duvet of candy. Cotton candy.
Just a duvet filled. Yeah. Like, you don't even have the actual duvet in there. You just have the cover. It's like a giant sack of that's fantastic.
And here's just a quick idea. I'm sorry, Ryan, real quick. I have to say this before I forget, but instead of putting like insulation up in the rafters of the house, just fill it with cotton candy.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, exactly. Hey,
you do that for the winter, and then you have food for the summer.
We've
right?
We've done rock wool, so we've done wool instead of the fiberglass.
Yeah.
In here.
That's cool.
And then we've got this little stove. For me, I wouldn't need anything more. I honestly wouldn't. Ryan's like, no, I would. But I honestly wouldn't. I would be fine. I'm easy. I'm just easy that way,
She finds a lot of joy in the little things,
That's cool.
I'll put a new light up or I'll put a towel hanger up and she'll be so happy and so delighted about just these little things, But anyways, what I was going to say was, there's difficult things you have to attack when you're building, and Melody's, she can't lift very much because of her back right now, so she can't really help that way. So, but what she's really good at is rigging. She's like a rigger.
Yeah, I'm a rigger.
So we do a lot of Egyptian engineering,
Yeah.
To move pillars and beams and stuff. So yeah,
so we figure those things out. Yeah. And we rig and we get stuff moved, and yeah. It works out really nice. It's a good little team. It's a good little team deal, eh?
We're a great team, honey.
Yeah.
Well, I have one of the videos playing in the back because I was wanting to kind of give Eric a perspective to see some of it, because I've seen more videos than he has, because he has been crazy swamped at work. And he looked at me today and he was like, "We have guests tonight?" And I'm like, "Yes. Remember, I was showing you yesterday. I was showing you that lady fishing." And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, good." So it was funny because I've played off your name. So I did show him the one part where you turned around, and you're like in the 5-gallon bucket, and you're like, "Well, this is better home than garden." And I'm like, "Look at that." And I'm laughing, and he's like, "Okay, Mom." I'm like dying. He was trying to watch something on TV, and so I kept interrupting him to show him different clips. I'm like, "Look now," and he was like, "Okay, I'm trying to watch something on
Right.
I couldn't help it. I was cracking myself up watching you, making me laugh, and then I was trying to show him, and he wasn't amused at me laughing at you. So I was like, fine. But anyway, I think that season 1 of My Wild Holm is going to have to be playing on our YouTube channel or on our TV here soon, because there's so many different videos that I've seen clips of, or like parts to. But I love it. I love the way you guys work together.
You guys, thank you. But I do have to warn you, my own family. I was like, "Okay, kids, now you've got to watch every minute, because like every leaf and flower is ours." And I just look around and they're like, "Oh, okay." So they started watching, and then finally I said, "Okay, did you see this? And did you see that?" And they were like, "Okay, Mom, it's kind of boring." And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that kind of hurt, but that's okay. I mean, it gets better. But the first ones are a little bit dry. They're a little slow, unless you have a real passion for what we're doing and you actually appreciate that. So, Eric, this might be okay for you.
That's going to be his jam. He's going to watch every minute. I may double tap you twice or a couple times, but it's going to be okay. Because if I double tap too far, I will double back and I will catch up what I missed. Because I have found myself doing that lately. I'm like, "Oh, I missed that. What was that?" And I go back. Yeah. It's hard sometimes to keep up. My brain is way ahead. I'm already like waiting to see what happens. I also am the person that reads the end of the book. Back in the day when people had paper books, I would get a good Christian thriller, like I get a Christian mystery. So I know like it's good and clean, right? So I'm reading my Terry Blackstock and I'm enthralled in it. I get 3 chapters in and now I'm like, "Oh, I got to know who did this." Yeah. So then I go to the very last chapter, figure out how they get caught. I'm happy. And now I go back and read from chapter 4 all the way to chapter whatever. I just need to have that closure first.
Right. That's like my daughter. My oldest daughter would get a new book and read the last page. And I'd be like, "Ferris, what are you doing?" No. I mean, this is exciting. No, she had to do that. So.
Yeah, I got to make sure that I know how it ends first, because I can't deal with the anticipation.
Right. So one thing I want to say at the very beginning tonight, you said that we named our island after our last name, Holm.
It's not.
But that's actually not the case.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Want to explain to them how we came to that?
Okay. So my son-in-law, who's an internal medicine specialist, he is clever man. We put it out on our family WhatsApp, and I said, "Okay, so what do you guys think we should name our channel?" And literally he came back within minutes and he said, "My Wild Holm." Holm is a small lake on an island, a small island on a lake. That is a home.
That's the definition of home. And it's like Norwegian or British or something.
It's British. It means, yeah. So when we read that, I was just like, "Are you kidding me? How would he have that information in his brain?" We were able to get every single social media name, like who uses home for home, right? So it's worked out really, really well. Oh, we lost you.
Our dog's having a fit.
No, we lost the sound.
Are you guys still there?
Can you hear us? He turned it off because he wanted to ask me a question.
That's okay.
Eric, he wanted to ask me if I could put your link up. So I wanted to make sure I put it back up so he could put it up on the front. But I love that name. I love that. That's so smart. You have smart people in your lives to help you, give you that encouragement and that, but don't be too discouraged, because my kids, I have 3 adult children and I have 2 teenager children that watch YouTube intermediately. They watch most of our videos. My second born, my 21-year-old, he don't watch none of our videos. Matter of fact, he always messes with me. And whenever we get to another milestone, he's like, I'm going to unsubscribe now and then resubscribe just to mess with you. We were like almost to 10,000 earlier this year. And he was like really excited. I was like really excited. He goes, when you get to 9,999, I'm going to unsubscribe just so that I won't help you. And I'm like, what a jerk. When you get to 10,000, I'm going to unsubscribe. So it goes back down. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, I am. I was like, I will literally hurt you. Do not do that. You live in my house, child. But no, he doesn't watch any of our stuff. He's like, yeah, I'm just not interested.
Yeah. Well,
one of the best joys about this whole experience has been getting to know this community on YouTube.
Yeah.
Bunch of like-minded Christian people that, mirror our values, and they're just really, the salt of the earth like you folks are. And it's great to know you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us on here.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I am like so amazed. I absolutely love watching you guys. I'm super excited to go and get season 1 put up on my new TV in my room. I'm going to make Eric watch it on my big TV, because he didn't get me a little TV because I'm older now, right? So I can't see my TV from my bed. I got to see the little words on my Sims game. So I'm like looking. So he got me like a giant 60 or 50 some inch TV. So I have this massive luxurious TV in my room.
Wow.
So big. I had a cramp in my neck the other night because I was like,
yeah, no, like there's literally no reason to ever get out of bed again.
Yeah, no, like exactly. I can't even believe he expected me to do anything this week besides play games and watch TV on that thing. But I will say, the kids earlier were fighting over something, and the 7-year-old was like, yeah, well, I wanted to watch the Disney Channel, but they're watching something else on YouTube, some Minecraft stuff. And I said, well, go put it on my TV. I'm getting ready to get in the shower, put it on my TV. And the 9-year-old came in, he goes, we can't watch anything on your new TV, Mom. And I'm like, why? He goes, Dad said if we touch that remote, he would break our fingers. And I'm like, okay, well, if you think Dad will actually break your fingers, then we have a problem, because that's not true. He's like, well, I don't want to have broken fingers. I'm like, well, you won't be able to do schoolwork if you have broken fingers. He's like, He rethought about it for a second, but he was like, this is the best TV. You can see everything. I'm like, I know. So now we're going to have My Wild Holm season 1 just rolling through. We're going to watch some episodes. So
thank you so much. That's really
seriously
sweet.
We had such a good time. If you're in the chat and you haven't checked out Ryan and Melody, make sure you go do it, because they're awesome and you're going to laugh and enjoy yourself, because just genuine people, super smart. I just love watching you guys. And I really, really appreciate you guys coming on, especially last minute, because it was kind of like we were kind of talking, and then I was like, hey, are we? And then you're like, hey, are we meeting up? And it was kind of crazy, but I appreciate you guys so much. Hey,
so much
who loves having awesome people like island friends?
Wait, island like Jamaica?
They're like island friends. They're British Columbian island
friends.
I
got like a Caribbean accent.
They're island friends.
Soon come on.
See?
Who likes people living the dream?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Making it happen.
Farmers' wives do.
And farmers do too.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, yeah. We're so happy to meet you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, everybody in the chat. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week. Thank you guys so much. Bye. I'm trying to end and it won't end. Thanks, guys. Bye. Bye.